Alright, time to get that, which is a 4-link, onto that, which is a 1994 Toyota pickup truck. Right now, I think I have it sitting at about the ride height I want. I've got the front wheels tucking just a little bit. If you look at it level, it's not really tucking all the way. So that gives me plenty of turn radius. The front end sits about there. The door open on this side. But both tires are sitting about where I want them. The rear end, on the other hand, is sitting a lot lower because I enjoy riding Cali, which to me is a symbol of mini trekking. I just like sitting at an angle because then you're actually sitting somewhere. So what I did was I went and I took measurements off the bed, and from the rear mounting hole, which is actually the second hole up, there's 2 holes right on the end. That's the second hole up is the rear mounting hole. From there, if you measure a foot out and a foot out this way, so a foot to the back and a foot to the side, is about where the rear corner of the truck sits. And from the mounting bracket, or from the mounting hole, 6 inches down is level with the back of the truck without a bumper. So what I'm doing is I'm setting it up so when I'm sitting like this, the rear of my truck's not going to drag. I don't want to tear a roll pan off. Now if you drop to the ground, yes, of course, it's going to be sitting a lot closer to the ground, if not all the way on the ground. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm measuring it up. Out here like this, I had it with only 1 block. Right now I'm just measuring, so I put some wooden blocks in there. It's almost 4 inches of blocks to hold it up. And then I can measure from there straight down. So now if I get in here and measure it, I measure right here, and the rear top of the frame sits at 13 inches. Or 13 and a half. Minus 6 would be what? What? Hurry up. 7.5 inches. Okay, so 7.5 inches. If I ever do a body drop, minus almost 3 inches off of that. So now we're down to about 4.5 inches. It's not a bad ride height. So 7 inches is good for speed bumps and anything else. That's where my ride height is going to be set. Now I got to measure to make sure that my wheels are centered, to make sure that they're aligned correctly. I got to get my pinion angle set up just right before I start tack welding this stuff on. I've got to move a couple things, just a couple, not much. Get stuff sanded down so that we're on to bare metal over the hump and underneath. That way everything can weld on very easily. But I'm already checking my pinion angle to make sure that's going to set up right. That looks pretty harsh right there. So, all right, that's all. I'm going to go do some work now. All right, I got everything where I needed. Now I take my link bars and I set them up. See, I've already got this ground down. Got the rust taken off of there. Got my pinion angle set where I want it. I've got everything squared, measured and measured and measured. Now I gotta, what? And I got a delay. This is Drake. Say hi, Drake.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
That's my grandson. He is the man right now because nobody else is here, so it's just me and him. So it's always nice to have kid toys so kids can play next to your project. Alright, well, I just want to let you guys know what's going on. Can't wait to get those on there. I just got to measure up the link tab mounts, which is those right there. And that way I can cut them down. I know the inside ones are 1 inch from there, so those are where I'm going to cut those off now. Those will go on the inside, and then I got to measure the outside one, which will be a little bit longer. Same with on that side. It's going to be 1 inch on this side, and then on the outside it'll be a little bit longer. All right, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, careful not to touch anything. Get it real close.
I can't see where it's at. Is it long enough?
No, you got to go for probably about 3 to 5 seconds. Just kind of keep it in one spot. And move it around a little bit. You see how it's starting to make a puddle right there?
No.
Feed it, feed it. All right. Our first time welding. Did you have fun?
Scared the bejeebus out of me.
All right.
Like, does it look crappy?
I don't think she did too bad. She got a little bit right there, didn't she?
Messy.
Looks like she followed a line.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to go over it just a little bit, but good job for your first time. All right, well, today turned out to be family day, which that happens again, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I made a mistake that I tell you guys to do all the time, and that's measure, 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 measure. Remeasure and remeasure, make sure everything is exactly where it needs to be. What I didn't notice, here we go, get over here. Okay, I've got my link bars tack welded into place. I had to unbolt them on this side. Why? Because I forgot one key element. The jack had fallen, so my pinion angle is off. So I'm going to have to break those tack welds, which that's why you only tack weld when you first put something on, so that you can check them. So basically I just got to break these off. I got to roll the axle back up to where it's supposed to be, and then go ahead and weld them on, or tack weld them back into place. And then I can go ahead and get the other ones on the bottom. So for now, I've got this big beefy 4-link, well, 2 bars on top. I got to finish the rest tomorrow. All right, I got the top link bars on. Measuring, measuring, measuring. Got them all nice and hemmed up. They're really good. I like the way it's turned out. Let me see if I can get back far enough. Now I got to line up the bottom ones and get those welded on. All right, when placing your lower link bar, right now I've got this set up because the way I've got it set up is these are at their length. On its way up, it's going to roll it forward just a little bit. So when it rolls forward, the bottom bar, if it's sticking out the back, it's already at its length. So when it goes up, it's going to want to pull, that's going to pull it out, and that's going to come too much, and it's going to put it into a bind. So now what I need to do is I need to take the bottom link bar and move it up so that it's pushing down, and then that way when it comes up, it has enough room to push it back and help it to roll with the top bars. You put your stuff into a bind, this cross member is going to bend this way, the axle is going to push this way, the drive shaft is going to get rammed into the transmission. This is all the stuff you need to think about when you're putting everything together. This is where geometry and paying attention would have came in handy in school. This is the way I'm guessing it right now. I'll tell you afterwards if this works out. The way I'm guessing it is this top bar is just past the 0 mark. So in order for the bottom one to match up, I'm setting it at just before. That way they both counter each other and go in the same, and make the axle roll in the same direction. Like I said, I'll let you know after I get the other one done and do a test up and down whether or not this works. I'm glad I got everything done yesterday. Let me show you what I did. This is to finish off. Once you get everything lined up and where it needs to be, and you tack everything into place, you pull the bars back off, and then you hard weld everything on. So here's my 4-link. Everything did line up the way I was hoping that it would. I went ahead and painted everything because I knew it was going to rain today. Well, not everything. Some stuff needs to be sanded down, but the main stuff that I did yesterday did get painted. I didn't want it to rust. So there it is. Homemade 4-link in a trailer park. See? When you want to, you can. There is no thing as I can't, unless you live in an apartment complex. And for you guys, I'm sorry. The drive shaft fit, and it works fine. I've already taken it and we rolled it out on the street, turned it around, and brought it back. Right now, it's on the ground. But everything matches up. Everything lines up. There's no binding. There's no extra stupid stuff going on. So there we go. Finished product. Next, I got to start on the air management and relocating the gas tank to the back. I want to thank you for watching. Go and build you a custom home 4-link at home. Please subscribe at the top. Comment at the bottom. Give me some thumbs up. Please give me some thumbs up. Thank you again. See you guys on the next video. It's raining. It's raining.